Hey everyone! This video is going to be the answer to a really common question that I get almost every day, and that is, where do you find your bones? I don't know if there's that many videos out there on YouTube right now about where to find bones, and I just really wanted to answer this common question and get it out there so people don't have to ask anymore, they can just watch the video. So I have a list here of all the different places I personally find bones and a few places that I know other people find them. And this is not including things like eBay and Etsy and sites like Skulls Unlimited and stores like Necromance and Obscura and stuff. This is all just scavenging. So one of the common things that comes with the question of where to find bones is people basically saying that they only ever find full-bodied specimens that still have the meat and feathers or fur or whatever on it and not just the bones. The thing with that is, if you really want to build up your collection more quickly and if you want complete skeletons and stuff like that, you do generally need to take specimens that still have meat on them. I was going to do a video on how I clean up my bones and stuff that still have meat on them or whatever, or just are really greasy still, but my methods are very much the same as a lot of other people that have already made tutorials on YouTube about it. So if you're wondering how I clean my bones, I will link you to a video that pretty much explains how I do it, because I just don't see the point in making a video about that when there's already one out there which would have the exact same steps, pretty much. So, having said that, this is going to include places that I find full bodies in. So the first one is pretty obvious, that's roadkill. The thing with picking up roadkill though is often the bones, especially the skull, will very likely be quite damaged. I found a hair a few months ago and it was, roadkill, and the skull is just shattered into so many pieces. I mean, I can put it together, but it's a lot of pieces. So yeah, you probably also want to get good at re-articulating skulls and the like, because with roadkill, almost, not guaranteed, but 99% of the time, the roadkill I've picked up has had fractured skulls and other bones have been broken. So yeah, just keep that in mind, but it's still worth it. The next one is kind of similar, that's train tracks. I only know a couple people that hunt for bones on train tracks, but apparently that's also a pretty good place. I live by some train tracks, but I never find any dead stuff on them, so yeah. The next one, this is the place that I very often, more often than not, find bones in. And you'll also find there'll be a lot of mummified or dried up specimens in these places as well. But anyway, that is any place that is abandoned. Buildings are really good. I once went into a really small abandoned building. It was probably like half the size of this room. Not that you can really tell because I can't really see all of my room, but it was quite small. And I found a bat skeleton, cat bones, and a rat skeleton there. And that was all just in that little one place. I think there might have been bird bones too, but I can't really remember. So that's really good. I live by an abandoned cement factory and I found some pretty cool things there as well, bone-wise. And I also found a few bottles and stuff like that there. So abandoned places are really good for oddities, like even if it's not dead stuff, you can find a lot of other cool things there. So I highly recommend those, but pre-warning, if you're going to go into particularly abandoned buildings, make sure that it's safe, no homeless person or something is living in there, and watch out for things like asbestos or something, because a lot of abandoned places are obviously very beaten up, so they can have like asbestos hanging from the ceiling and stuff like that, and you do not want to breathe that in. It can have some really bad health related side effects, so if there's asbestos, forget it. Don't go in. It is not worth it. Next place is really obvious actually, it's your backyard. I know it seems like there's probably not much going on there, but if you have a good look, it's quite likely that you will find something. My sister gets dead birds in her yard a lot, which isn't very good, but it's just an example, because the babies fall out of trees and stuff, and my dog just keeps finding birds, and she doesn't hunt them, she's too old. She just finds them and brings them to my sister to give to me. Yeah, so your backyard is good. I once found a mouse skull in my backyard and a couple of rats and stuff like that. And you can also find birds there a lot too. And in one person's, it kind of counts as a backyard, but the house wasn't there anymore. It was big spare block of land with nothing on it yet. It was just all grass and stuff. I found 3 possum skeletons there. So backyards are a lot better than you think. I even know one person who's probably watching this. They found a dog skull in their backyard, so it's really worth having a look. The next place is any foresty, swampy, wooded, or just generally naturey area. Places that people don't generally go to very much often have dead animals, often bones, because obviously there's all those trees and everything and it's just full of wildlife. There's not that much human interference. So those places are really good, super naturey places. Another really awesome place if you want to get particularly large bones and larger skulls is farms. Farms are amazing. My auntie, she owns a farm and we got to go to her house for Christmas last year. Came back with a garbage bag and a normal shopping bag filled with bones. So farms are really good for bone collecting. I doubled my collection that day by going on that bone hunt. It was awesome. Another good place is anywhere that's near a source of water, because animals, you know, they need hydration and stuff, so they're going to go to the water. So places like around lakes, and beaches are good too. They're more for things like sea birds and fish and marine life and stuff like that, but beaches are really good. But yeah, places near lakes or ponds or any water source is really good. Also, underneath houses, people often find cat skeletons under houses, like the ones that are kind of just off the ground and they have little stilts or something like that. Yeah, you can often find bones from rabbits and possums and cats and stuff like that under there. So yeah, that's a pretty good place. Just watch out for spiders and stuff like that, obviously, because there'll probably be a lot going on under there. Attics are also good apparently. I've never explored an attic before. I kind of want to, but I don't know anyone with an attic with lots of cool old stuff in it. But some people have found mummified cats in attics and different stuff like that. It's also good if you want to build up your oddities collection with not just bones but other cool stuff as well. Next place is underneath any bushes or trees and power lines. Power lines because animals sometimes hang out up there, like possums and birds, and they get electrocuted and they die, which is obviously sad, but it's a place to find them. And under bushes and stuff, I've found a lot of bones and skeletons and such under bushes, so that's pretty good. This isn't scavenging really, but you can also find bones at places like markets, country markets and fairs and stuff like that. A couple of years ago I went to Medieval Fair, which is in Gumaraka. You probably don't know what I'm talking about if you don't live in South Australia, but anyway, I got a goat skull. Well, it's a partial goat skull. It's the top of the head, like the cranium, and then has the horns. And I got that for about $20, which is really good because things with horns, even if it's not the full skull, they go for a lot of money. So that was pretty lucky. Anyway, I hope that answered your questions, and I wish you the best of luck finding all your bones, and yeah, just always keep a lookout. Thank you for watching. Bye!